Jai Shri Krishna. Good afternoon, all. Navratri, Chaitra Navratri days are going. Sunday, 29th of March 2020. As I promised earlier this morning that I will make a video about my COVID journey, the survival and the recovery. So here I am to talk a little about it for, let's see how much I can talk, because it triggers the coughing a little bit still. So I really distinctly remember my coughing started over 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. It was a Saturday and I went to a steam room after many months because I just felt that I needed steam very badly. So I went to a steam room in Croydon, and I went at a time when there are not many people near my workplace, opposite Hotel Juries in Solutions. And it's a nice one. I have visited there before and I quite like it. And the steam room was empty and there was only one lady at one point, and then I was in and out of the steam room a few times because for some reason I didn't fancy going to the sauna. I sometimes find sauna very dry, and actually it's very good for you, and it's very good for Big C sauna. But at the time I just thought I quickly want to do my steam and get out of there and go to visit my dad. So I went and I was fine. No coughing, no temperature, nothing. That was Saturday. Then Sunday. Then Monday evening, I had slight coughing after I visited dad in his nursing home and I came back home. And my coughing started a little bit and I thought, okay. And then that night I felt like little temperature as well. So that was the Monday, just the Monday before when dad passed away on the 14th, which was a Saturday. Then Tuesday I tried to, I contacted my work and I said that I'm coughing and I've got slight temperature and maybe it is just that I'm run down. I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't done anything, but I just don't want to scare my colleagues with all this Big C going on everywhere. And I said, is it okay if I work from home? And the assessment was made and I was told that I could not work from home. So either I call in sick or go to work as normal. I said, okay, I was not able to take sick leave. Because I'm already on sick warning by 1 day. So I can't afford to lose my job. I need to look after dad and I need to look after myself. So I went to work, but I was totally praying very hard. And there is nothing in my mind at all about Big C. I'm just thinking, maybe I've just caught up something from that steam room. Because I'd forgotten my slippers at home and the floors were ice cold. So I tend to catch cold quickly if I don't wear my slippers all the time wherever I am. So that was then Tuesday and I went to work very briefly and I was keeping myself to myself and very careful. And in that week from Monday to Saturday, I finished a whole bottle of cough syrup, Beechams, I think. And that kept my coughing down, my temperature, because I immediately went on that Monday evening to Tesco and I read on it, cough, temperature, dry cough, whatever. So this big C is not in my mind because I haven't gone anywhere. And then, so I started taking that, and it was getting better, and I was getting better. And then everything was fine, the temperature was not there, and the coughing had considerably reduced and everything. So that was that. And then at some point I also started taking ibuprofen because I'm quite a great believer of ibuprofen. And I finished a whole pack of ibuprofen also because I need to visit Dad every day, and I need to, I need to be with him, so I can't afford to be sick. And then and then come Saturday morning, Dad passed away. So Saturday, Sunday, I was a little bit busy with that, and my son and my daughter-in-law said, "You're not going home on your own. You stay with us." And at that point, I'm still okay. And then I started feeling rough on Monday. And by Tuesday, I had really bad breathing. I could not breathe. My breathing was really getting bad. And I thought, this is not nice. Because I read some things about Big C, and I thought it is always good to keep in your mind, some things that you already know. And also thanks to my son who said, "Mom, this doesn't sound very good. You need to be checked." So we had to make 4 calls before the ambulance came. And then the ambulance paramedics decided that I could not be treated at home. So I was taken to the Croydon University Hospital. And there the A&E were pretty good. They were good. They did my chest x-ray. They sent off my blood test and everything. But the results didn't come back until after I was discharged from the hospital. Crazy. But it's okay, because during all this time, I'm not thinking about Big C. I'm just thinking, okay, I'm not well. I'll be fine. And I'm wrapped up in Dad because Dad's funeral needs to be doing. And then, so Tuesday night, Wednesday night, I'm in hospital. And Thursday afternoon, I was discharged. Thursday morning, I saw the consultant, and I said that if it is safe for me to be discharged, then I can go home and rest and take care. And the consultant said that he was sort of happy with my chest x-ray. He said that my lungs were okay, and he said that my blood test was okay, but he wanted another blood test to be done to check that there was no bacteria in it. In 2 days in the hospital, they treated me with antibiotics and paracetamols. And it's my first time in the hospital in my 57 years of age. So I was discharged, and I brought myself back home in an Uber, all masked and everything. And I tried not to touch anything. I tried not to speak to the driver, nothing. I was just like, I want to get out of this Uber driver's car. And I just, want to lock myself away at home. Until that point, there is no confirmation that I've got COVID. But I just thought, I want to be careful because of my breathing problem. And I just stayed total positive throughout. And I was just like in touch with God, and I know that I'm fine and I'm safe. And when I came home, I could not stand hearing about COVID. I could not stand reading anything about COVID. I just didn't want to know anything about Big C. All I wanted to do was, what is it that I need to do at home to make myself better? Because in the hospital, I was dehydrated for 12 hours. And it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult to be in the hospital. Your bones ache. Every single cell of your body aches. You're coughing. You've got temperature. You've got no energy. And you can't even reach out to a glass of water. And at one point, I had to use a commode, even though I could go and use the restroom myself, but I was taken into a restricted ward where there were 6 beds, and there was one lady at the far end, and she was positive. My result hadn't come back yet, and there were other ladies, and so the nurses did not bring the commode. And to make it worse, when I was trying to tell them through the glass window of the door, I said, "Can I please have the commode?" And one of the nurses, she brought the commode outside my ward door and said, "Take it yourself inside." And I'm very, very weak, and I can't even lift a glass of water, let alone open the door and push the commode in. I wrapped up myself very nicely, and I was very careful. And I constantly pray that nobody should get anything from me. That was my deepest prayer from bottom of my heart to God, that I don't know what I have got, but whatever it is, please, 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 nobody should get it from me, and I should not be the transporter of it anywhere for anybody. That was my deepest prayer. Let alone whether I had it or not, or what I was going through, but I didn't want anyone to pick up anything from me. But because these nurses were so rude, and they were not being nice, and they were not even particularly busy. They were talking, they were just counting the masks, they were taking things out of the boxes and just looking and just faffing about. And I'm thinking, how long does it take you to just give me a commode inside the ward in my cubicle? So I took myself to the washroom, and there was a junior doctor there, and he was nice. But some of the nurses were not nice. One of the nurses said, "The lady wants a commode, why can't just somebody give it to her?" And another lady, a male nurse said that, and another lady nurse said, "Well, I'll put it here, she can take it herself if she wants." If you're a nurse, you shouldn't have this kind of heart, you shouldn't have this kind of behavior, or you shouldn't be in this job. But I still commend the doctors and all the good nurses who do their jobs nicely with a good heart. But of course, I don't commend those staff who don't serve people nicely in the hospital. And I've seen this even with my dad's numerous journeys in and out of the hospital, how much he had suffered that one of us from the family would always be there with him, because I was always under this fear that, he's not going to be treated nicely. The doctors are nice, I must say. The consultants are nice. The junior doctors are nice. Some of the nurses are nice. Some of the matrons are nice. But there are some nighttime nurses or even daytime nurses who I don't think really do their job with a good spirit. And that makes me feel very, very sad. Very, very sad. And they were not even particularly busy in the hospital. There were 3 beds empty in my ward. The lady who was positive was discharged, and there were 2 elderly ladies, and they had their own health problems. But luckily I was not bad. I was not seriously bad. I kept on drinking hot water. I kept on asking for hot water. When I was hungry, I asked for some food so I could keep up with my energy levels, and all I had on my mind was Dad's funeral, not giving it to anyone else. Not giving it to anyone else. And let's just go home. So Thursday, late afternoon, I come home, and then I'm my own boss. So here is what I would like to show you, my road to recovery, which has tremendously helped me, improved my breathing, improved my cough, and got rid of my temperature. I was discharged. I was supposed to be discharged with medication, but then they told me that I didn't need any antibiotics. So I came home without any antibiotics. And I was told that I could take up to 8 paracetamol in 24 hours to keep my temperature down and for any aches and pains. I said, okay. So I kind of virtually became my own doctor to treat my cough and cold and everything. And it was Thursday late evening, after I was discharged from the hospital, that the doctor contacted me and my family to say that the report had come back positive. I said, okay. And the doctor said that if your breathing gets any worse or if you feel any worse, please come back. But at the moment, we don't think that should be the case. If you rest well and you're in isolation and keep drinking hot, and hopefully you'll be fine because your blood report is okay and your chest x-ray is okay. I said, okay, that's fine. So then, whatever my lovely mother had taught me and my dad about the things that we can use from our own kitchen, traditional Indian things that we can take ourselves at home to treat our sicknesses. So here is what I did. Sorry, that was a chair. I don't know how to turn this camera. Okay, I will show it to you in a minute. So basically what I will do another part of the video, the recovery video, the recovery at home video. And this is about my hospital journey and discharge.